Garment industry is one of the top industries with high export turnover. In 2019, the export turnover of Vietnam's textile and garment reached more than $39 billion, but the import of raw materials and accessories for export production reached $19.6 billion. In 2020, these figures will reach $35.29 billion and $18.1 billion respectively. In 2021, the textile and garment industry will also reach $39 billion in export turnover. Labels and packaging is an important component to complete a product. The cost of labels and packaging accounts for an average of 3% depending on the individual requirements of the product lines. But most of us have to import or buy from FDI suppliers. The number of domestic suppliers participating in this market is still very small, accounting for a very limited proportion of less than 5%. In that situation, GM Corp was founded with dreams and ambitions, bringing a complete solution of labels and packaging for Vietnam garment and footwear industry by Vietnamese people. After 5 years working as CEO for foreign corporations in labels and packaging for garment industry, CEO of GM Corp found that there is a huge gap between domestic and foreign suppliers in terms of industry knowledge, techniques, management skills, process control, quality of customer care. GM Corp expect that this gap is shorten the distance in the future with the strategy of co-development with Vietnamese manufacturers, combining and building a complete supply solution for labels and packaging for the garment and footwear industry in Vietnam. GM has been continuously building a solution to supply labels and packaging for Vietnam garment and footwear market, developed by 100% Vietnamese enterprises and manufacturers. For labels, we provide woven label, printed label, employment label, heat transfer label, cards, barcode. For packaging, we focus on developing packaging on 3 main materials: paper, fabric and plastic, including bioplastics. Some examples for packaging are paper bags, lines, paper box, paper mold, carton box, exhibition packaging products, textile bag, non-woven bags, plastic bags. In addition, GM Corp also develops a number of auxiliary materials such as thread lines, desiccant bags, tape needles, etc. to meet the demand of customers. The first stop source for label and packaging in Vietnam. GM Corp with a strategy of focusing on building service solutions, research and development, quality management and control, customer care. GM will be an additional piece for the incomplete. Although GM Corp is a young business, established in 2019, GM Corp has strongly applied the quality management process ISO 9001 to 2015. CDEX Meta Standard, FSC Standard for paper products. Target from 2022 to 2025. GM will continue to develop and implement standards related to fabric and plastic products, complete the standard system for label and packaging products. One of the strengths and strategies of GM Corp is the investment in marketing activities, international trade promotion. In 2022, GM Corp participated in exhibitions in France, the US and Germany to research the market and learn how to approach customers in 2 major markets such as the US and Europe. After 3 years of operation, GM Corp has developed over 5,000 different products. Besides, GM Corp has promoted working with more than 150 manufacturers nationwide. Until September 2022, 34 manufacturers have successfully developed products and supplied products for GM Corp. Join the supply chain of GM Corp and supply products to local export markets, Cambodia, China, France, and the US. Manufacturers contribute a very important meaning, is the key to the success of GM Corp. Let's take a look at the suppliers and manufacturers that have been producing products for GM Corp. The journey of GM Corp has never been smooth and favorable, with many impacts from the COVID pandemic and political instability in Europe. We have not given up and still persevered step by step to overcome challenges in the process of development and operation. Hopefully, this enthusiasm will continue to be nurtured and spread, to bring more Vietnamese products made by Vietnamese people to customers and international markets. GM Corp, your first choice of label and packaging in Vietnam.